Amsterdam, so ready for the Thai hand method, the massage class. So if you've done this before, you know what to do. If not, just follow us. And if it goes too slow or too fast, I mean, you can, sorry, I'm a bit tired. If it goes too fast, you can just read in the comments or what you can do for that.
So practice, right?
Yes, so enjoy. Enjoy.
Let's do it. Okay, so we start with your partner on the mat. You are here on the knees between the feet, and then we start always with the wide crew. So we are here now in this moment of healing. Then we warm up hands and heart. Everything is about love, also in massage. And then we get the hands on below the joint, and then we press and we push, rocking the feet forward in 3 different steps on the feet. So we go from the joint to the middle arch and to the toes, and then we get back to the middle arch and the joint. Then we do the same, but one by one, the 3 steps of the feet. So we do out, rocking the feet forward to the joint of the big toe, and then we get back in to the joint of the feet. Now we continue with the same rhythm, and now we give pressure with the side of the hand to the heel of the feet, and then we do 3 steps, pressure to the calf muscle, deep pressure up 3 or 4 steps to below the knee joint. At the knee joint, we never press the bone of the knee, so we give pressure with the fingertip to the tissue around patella, 2 fingers beside the edge of patella to the tissue around, and then you do circles under the pressure. Then we get up and we palm press on the quadriceps. We go 3 steps, pressure down to the tissue of the top of the leg, all the way up to the top of the leg, and then we get down, reversing all the steps we did. So we get to the knee, we do the finger press and circles under the pressure beside the bone of patella, and then we do the pressure with the side of the hand going down along the calf muscle beside tibia, all the way down to the heel of the feet, and then we do the 3 steps on the feet out to the joint of the big toe, and then we get in to the feet joint. Then we're going to use the thumbs, the ball of the thumb, fingers on the top of the foot supporting, and we press on the sole and we rock the structure of the feet forward. So we apply pressure to the sole, and under the pressure we rock the feet forward. We do many different locations at different parts of the sole. Deep pressure to the tissue, and then under the pressure we rock the feet forward. Then we get again with the palms and we do palm press walking the structure of the feet, 3 steps out to the joint of the big toe and then back to the joint of the feet. Now we use the hands to place the feet, top of the feet up. Hands are on the top of the foot near the joint, and we push down to stretch, not too hard when we are close to the joint. 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension. We get now to the middle top of the foot and we push down to stretch a bit harder, like medium pressure, medium hard. And then we reduce the tension, we get to the toes and we do hard, hard, and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get back to the middle, medium, pressure down to stretch from the top of the foot. And then we get below the joint and we do the pressure down to the top of the foot, not too hard. Then we open the feet again and we do the 3 steps of the feet, walking out and in. So the 3 steps out to the joint of the big toe, and then we get back in to the joint of the feet. Now we work at 1 leg at a time. So we want to start with the right hand side leg. We can bend the leg into 45 degrees. The foot is at the level of the knee and you move yourself in front of the knee. With hands on butterfly, we want to use this position of the hands to push down the upper leg, to stretch and to pump on fluids between the tissue of the upper leg. 3 steps, 5 seconds, all the way going up until below the joint, and then we get 2 steps down to the starting point. Then after that, we change again, we get back to the starting point, and with the hand outside, we open the leg into 45, like 90 degree angle. Then we sit on the butt, and we now get 1 leg in the top of the straight leg to lock, and the outside foot, push behind the knee the knee up to the shoulder. So we push the knee and we hold the stretching 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension on the leg, and then we go again. We push with the foot behind the knee, we push a bit harder, and we hold 5 seconds on the stretching, and then we reduce the tension of the leg, and then we repeat 3. We push and we hold the stretching, knee up to the shoulder, 5 seconds. Then, after the third time, we reduce the tension on the leg. We still leave the leg in 90 degrees. We can sit a bit backwards, and now the foot that was pushing gets below, and the inside foot gets on the tissue inside the hamstrings, and we push in, pressure in hard. First pressure near the knee joint, then the second pressure is here between joints and tendons on these muscles of the hamstring. We do deep pressure, 5 seconds, then we get to below the joint, we apply pressure in, and we hold 5 seconds, then we get back to 2, to the middle, deep pressure in, and then we get back to 1, to the starting point. We press and we hold 5 seconds. Then we unlock and we get the feet on this area, and we walk from the knee joint up to the upper joint of the leg, and then down back to the knee. Then we leave the foot on the mat and we get up into our knees. So we change position and we raise the leg up of your partner. You are with your knees on the top of the foot, fingers interlock, and now we apply pressure in with the heel of the hand. You press in, and under the pressure we do a circle. Then we get to the middle of the upper leg, we do pressure in at the level of the bone, and then we do a big circle that involves some tissue above and below the middle bone. So we do the circle under pressure from the middle of the leg. This is the location of Senkalatari, the line of the joints. And then we want to give pressure now to another lines, and we do with the thumb. So the level of the stimuli is a bit below, and we do pressure in, and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, we apply pressure in. This is another line, Ita Pinkala lines that together with Senkalatari relate to problems on the knees, on the hips, on the back. And then we apply pressure in, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and then we relax with the palms. Now we get with the fingertip in the center line behind the calf, starting at the head of the calf, and we want to pull back hard the whole leg, 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle calf and the same. We pull from the center line, hooking with the fingertip. We pull backwards 5 seconds. Then we get to below the tendon, at the tendon, and then the same, back to the middle, pull the whole leg from the center line of the calf, and then to the starting point on the head of the calf. Now we interlock fingers and we apply pressure with the heel of the hand to the tissue of the calf, and we push forward out of the bone. So we interlock fingers, we apply pressure in on the calf muscle, and then we push out of the bone. Then we get to the middle, press in and push out. Then we get to the Achilles tendon, press in and out, back to the middle, and then back to the head of the calf. And then we relax. Now we use the outside hand to push on the knee leg forward, and as the leg gets in 90 degrees, you go up with the same side leg into half knee. So the foot of the half knee is touching the hip, her foot is at the groin, outside hand on the knee, inside hand gets on the top of the leg at the mat to lock the leg there, 10%, and then 90% you push with the groin on the foot, the knee to the center chest, 5 seconds, and then you reduce the tension. Slowly, please, and then we push, and when you feel the tension, we hold 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension, and then we go again, we push, and we hold 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension on the leg. Now the hand of the knee gets to the hamstring, and the inside hand cups the heel. So with the outside hand, we push the knee to the sternum, and then after, under the pressure, we push the foot to the opposite shoulder from your position. So we want to cross the total body with the last pushing, and then we reduce the tension. Now we go again, we push knee to chest and foot to the opposite shoulder, and we hold on the maximum tension 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension, and we go again, we press knee to chest and foot, we push from behind the heel to the opposite shoulder, and then we reduce the tension. Now the knee that is up gets down to the mat, you rotate to your partner, and the knee down gets up, so we can leave the leg totally straight at the top of your leg, 45-degree angle from the mat, hand cups the heel, forearm at the level of the toes, you push now to stretch the calf by pushing with the forearm on the toe level, and then you do 5 seconds 3 times, deep pressure to the toes, and after the third time we change again the knees, the knee up gets down to the mat, the knee down gets up, and then we get one hand on the top of the knee, one hand on the top of the foot, and we stretch knee to chest, foot to butt, 50-50, 3 times, 5 seconds, and then 3. After the third time, we leave the leg down and we shake to relax from this reflexology. And we get back to the center and we continue everything we did in one leg to the other leg. So we bend the leg 45 degrees, we move to the front of the leg, hands on butterfly, and we push 3 times up, slowly and deep. And then 2 steps down, back to the starting point. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Magic numbers. And then we get back to the middle. Outside hand, open the leg into 90 degrees, and you sit on your butt. You lock with one leg, the straight leg, and now we focus on the bent leg to push with the foot behind the knee. Here we lock with one hand on the foot, the leg in the top. And we push, deep pushing, so maybe you want to sit even forward the second time. You can do more, and we lock, leg straight, and then we reduce the tension, and we go again, pushing, and you hold 5 seconds. After that, we reduce the tension on the leg, we sit a bit behind, we slide this foot below, and we use the inside foot to apply pressure in, hard pressure, first pressure near the joint, this tissue that cross the knee joint from above, muscles ischiotibiales, and then we get to nearby the third point, is a tendons on the ischio bone, and then we get back to the middle, and then to the starting point. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, deep pressure to the hamstring, pressure in, and then we get the feet on the area and we do pulling on the foot and walking on the tissue of the hamstring with the feet, sole of the feet up and down. Then we leave the foot on the mat and we change position into the knees and we raise the leg up. So here my knees lock on the top of the foot, interlock your fingers, and we work with the nutcracker, pressure in, and a circle under the pressure, 3 steps, the tissue of the open leg, going up to the top of the leg, and then down to the area, 3 fingers above the knee joint, and then we use the ice picking to stimulate another line, together with the first line we did. This is a very good thing to people having these tensions that cause pain to their knees, to their hips, to their back, to their feet. So we do the pressure in, deep pressure only in, and you hold 5 seconds, then we relax. Then we get the fingertip, center line of the calf, starting at the head of the calf, and you pull back 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, pull. Then we get to Achilles tendon above, pull. You pull hooking from the center line of the calf So we do here many things at the same time, and then 1. After that, we interlock fingers on front of the calf and we apply the pressure to the tissue and we push out of the bone. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So 1 at the head of the calf, 2, 3, Achilles tendon, back to 2, and then back to 1, the head of the calf. And then we relax. Now with the outside hand, you push the knee, you place leg into 90 degrees and you go up into half knee, same side leg. Her foot at the groin, hand at the knee, inside hand on the leg, and then slowly you push the knee to the center chest and we hold hard 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension and we go again. Here this hand is only 10%. This pushing with the groin on the foot is 90%, and the knee goes direction to the center bone, sternum. And then we go again, pushing, and you hold 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension. The hand of the knee gets behind the knee, inside hand cups behind the heel, and now we push knee to chest and foot to the opposite shoulder. So we twist on the hip, then we reduce the tension, and we go again, knee to chest, foot to the opposite shoulder, and we hold. Then we reduce the tension, and we go again, push knee to chest, foot to shoulder, and then after that, the knee that is up gets down to the mat, you rotate to your partner, the knee down gets up, and we leave the leg in the top. Handcuff the heel, forearm at the toe level, push the toes to stretch the calf 5 seconds hard, 3 times. 2 and 3. And after the 3rd time, we change the knees again, the knee up, gets down, the knee down, gets up, and then we press knee to chest, foot to butt, 50-50. We do 3 times, hard, 5 seconds. Release the tension. We go again, 2. Release the tension, and then 3. After the 3rd time, we leave the leg down, we shake behind the knee, and now we change position. PTO, please turn over, and then they turn on prone position. We are here between the feet, the toes looks inside to yourself, and in here we start with palm press walking on the sole. You use the heel of the hand, you apply pressure down to the sole, and we do 3 times on each foot, and then we go up to the calf, we press down 3 steps until 3 fingers below the knee. We never press the knee behind, we never do that. So 3 fingers below the knee, we jump to 3 fingers above the knee, and then we apply hard pressure to the hamstring. 3 steps to the crease of the butt, and then we get down 2 steps to 3 fingers above the knee, we jump 3 fingers below the knee, and then we press 3 steps to the feet. Now we use the thumbs, the ball of the thumb, fingers on the outside of the leg supporting the thumb, and then the thumb from Achilles tendon. We apply pressure down, 1 centimeter, step, 1 leg at a time, deep pressure to the line of the Achilles tendon. So we want to do first all along the calf, center top line, until 3 fingers below the knee, then we jump 3 fingers below, above the knee, and then we do the pressure down to the center line of the hamstring, slowly and deep, all the way until the tendons, here these tendons, these bicep femoris, and then we get down, slowly and deep, shorter steps, and then we jump on the knee, 3 fingers above to 3 fingers below, and then we do the pressure down to the center top line of the calf, deep pressure to this line, 7-8 steps on each part of the leg, and then we get in the Achilles tendon. Then we do palm press walking, 3 steps on the calf until 3 fingers below the knee, we jump until 3 fingers above the knee, and now we go up until the crease of the butt, and in here we change position one more time. We go 1 knee out on one side, half knee out on the other side, and we jump to the area of the low back with butterfly. But the butterfly palm press, we don't want to press the spine, so we press beside the spine, the heel of the hands beside the center. 5 seconds on the low back. Second is at the middle back. Third is below the scapulas. And the number 4 is at the top of the scapulas. And then we do a walking down all the way slowly beside the spine, walking until the low back. And at the low back, we do again butterfly palm press to stretch. Now we use the thumbs. So fingers supporting, we start at the sacrum beside the center, and we press both sides beside the bone of the center, pressure down to the deep tissue, and we do shorter steps, keeping going upwards all the way until thoracic 1, or this level of the shoulder. We do shorter steps, but we keep going forward all the way until the line of the shoulder. Minimum 10 times. We need to do 10 times, 10 pressure. If you do less, it's too less. I think 10 is good. All the way until here. And then here we do a pressure walking from this area beside the bone. We never press the bone. So here we do walking beside the bone of the spine, all the way down until the sacrum. And once on the sacrum, we do again changing position. So we get the hands on butterfly, we stretching here, and then we go inside with our feet, and the knees will be now at the crease of the butt, below the butt, in the center top of the leg, on below the butt level. And then you can place, if possible, the feet flat to the calf, if possible. If not possible, don't do it, and keep the feet between the legs. And then we do again palm press butterfly, 4 steps, all the way, going up to the scapula level. And at the scapula, we change the arm position with palm facing up along the body, and we go out with palm press walking all the way to the shoulder, pressure down to the tissue. We do 3 or 4 steps, pressure to the upper arm, all the way to the elbow. We jump on the elbow, and we do 3 or 4 steps all the way down until the line of the wrist. And then we want to change now. We want to get the feet out of the calf. If you place the feet before on the calf, get on the wrist of your partner. Then you pull up to stretch cobra, 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension. Second time we go halfway up, and then we pull one arm, one side, hard, 5 seconds. Then we do the other arm, 5 seconds. Then we go again up in the center, and then we place them down, arms down, and then we do a walking from the line of the wrist all the way to below the joint of the elbow. Then we jump on the elbow, we do 3 steps all the way up to the joint of the shoulder. Then we go 1 step into beside the spine, we go down all the way until the hip, and then we do butterfly palm press on the hip, beside, above, and we get down with the knees, and we do a palm press walking, the 3 steps on the upper leg, jump on the knee, 3 steps on the calf, and then we reach on the feet, and we will do with the knuckles, we're gonna press walking on this tissue of the sole with the bone of the knuckle, 3 steps on each foot, 1 foot at a time. And then we change PTO, please turn over, and then we get here with feet together. We pull a bit to stretch on the low back, we get up with legs together, and then we bend the knees, we bend the legs to below your knees, get my wrist, and we go up. And we want to do at a halfway push and pull here, 5 seconds. And then we let them on sitting position. So here we want to do like that. We want to do the palm press on the shoulder, 4 fingers beside collarbone. And we want to press down to the shoulder muscle. From the corner between neck and shoulder, we only press at 2/3 of the shoulder. So we want to do it very close by every one of the 3 steps. Palm press. So the last step of the palm press out is at 2/3 of the shoulder. And then we do 2 steps in. Then we do the pressure with the thumbs, the same. The first pressure is at corner between neck and shoulder, 4 fingers beside above collarbone. Then we do second pressure, 1 centimeter out of the corner between neck and shoulder, and the third pressure, another centimeter out. So the third pressure is at 2/3 of the shoulder, then we get back to 2, and 1. And then we do again, palm press, 1, slowly and deep, 2, 3, 2, and 1. So after that, we get down and then we massage the shoulders with the thumbs and the fingers. So we do kneading many times. Then we move the head down and we want to do the eyes picking. The pressure will be in to the bone of the cervical, but the pressure is never to the muscles of the neck. We want to press the tissue beside the cervical, so the pressure is very close to the cervical. And the pressure is in and is done with the ball of the thumb. So we want to press from C7, pressure in, from beside the cervical, very close to the center. You see the pressure is never done at the muscles of the neck, it's done at the tissue beside the bone cervical, and the pressure is going into the cervical. So we do 4 steps going up, 4 steps maybe going down, back to C7, and then 4 steps back again until the scalp. And when you reach second time to the scalp, we place the head up, and then we do shampoo. We massage the head with the fingertip many times, and then we do chop on the shoulder many times between the scapula and the spine, and the other side, one shoulder between the scapula and the spine, and we end with circles, and we rush na a na wa ro ka payati minasanti. Yes.
So, and now we change.
Yes, yo! Oh.
I hope you feel as relaxing as I do. So, we change. Oh, it's really nice. I needed it today. So, we have the knees in between the ankles. And our hands in the wide group in this position. I'm yawning, but that's a good sign. And then we close the eyes, just to relax ourselves a bit. Relax your shoulders, relax your spine, relax your neck, your facial muscles, and focus on giving the best massage you've ever given, even though maybe it's even your first time. We warm the hands, place the hands above the feet, and the arms and the back are straight. Now, my thumb is stick to my index finger, and I'm just pressing next to the ankle on the side of the feet, press down and roll forward. Now we go to the middle. We press down and we roll forward. At the end of the toes, press down and roll forward. We go back to the middle, press down and roll forward. And next to the ankle, press down and roll forward. Now we do one by one. One side and keep rolling. Other side. So I want to see the sole on the feet. So I'm just pressing down and roll open and roll open. And the toes also press and roll open, press and roll open. And go back to the middle, roll and roll next to ankle and next to ankle. Now we go up to the calf. So we don't press the shin bone. We just press with the pinky finger near the shin bone on the calf muscle. One, middle, middle, end, and end. We still sit on our butts. We press the tip of the finger above, the heel of the hand below, and we circle. A lot of pressure on the tip of the fingers, a lot of pressure on the heel of the hand, but not too much on the patella. Now we go up with the body weight and we walk with the hands above the knee, not on the knee. 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 3. Really use your body weight, it's very nice. And then we go back to 2, 2, and 1, 1. We sit down again, tip of the finger above the knee, heel of the hand below the knee, press on the tip of the finger, make circles, and then we walk 3, 3 on the calf muscle, tip of the pinky finger is touching the shin bone but not on the bone, 2, 2, and 1, 1. And then again the feet, one side, other side, roll open, the middle, keep rolling, so rolling like that, toes, toes, we go back to the middle, and the beginning, and then we do again, press and roll, toes, go back to the middle, and the beginning. Now we're going to work with the tip of our thumb here, this, not here, yeah, on this side only. So now we just slide with the tip of the fingers over the foot, and we just press with 2 thumbs at the same time on either feet, and we lean in. So it's slowly and deep. You lean in, and you change your position of your thumb. So maybe I want to make like 6 points on the sole of the feet. So we don't press on the toes, we don't press on the heel of the foot, but just somewhere in between. Point number 5, and lean in. And point number 6, somewhere on the sole of the feet. And then again we do palm press rocking. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, toes and toes. We go back to 2 and 2, and 1 and 1. Now we're going to work on the top of the feet. So we replace the feet like that, thumb inside, fingers outside, and we lean in. The sole of the feet is going towards the mat. 1. Now we lean in the middle of the feet and we go to press down towards the mat. Now on the toes, lean in, lean in, lean in. How far can you go? How far it's comfortable for your partner. So just check the eyes. If they're still relaxed, it's okay. If they're blinking, maybe too strong. We go back to the middle. And then just next to the ankle. And then again, we open the feet and we palm press walking again. 1, 1, 2 in the middle, 2, 2, 3 on the toes, back to the middle, and the beginning. Now we're going to work on one leg at a time. So on my right, I'm touching his left leg. So I'm placing the foot next to the knee. I'm changing my position, hands into butterfly like that, not on the knee, a little bit above the knee, and we lean in. 1, 2, a little bit higher, 2, 3, a little bit higher, lean in body weight, go back to 2, and 1. Now we're gonna open the leg, so the knee is 90 degrees, gonna sit on my butt next to the straight leg, and I'm gonna press on the inside with my foot on the inside of the knee, both hands on the feet, and this leg is just there to support the straight leg. Yeah, so we press forward, so the knee is gonna be towards the armpit. 1, and then 2, a little bit lower, not lower, closer, so you can maybe increase the flexibility of your partner. And 3, 1, 2, 3 only. Now the foot that has been pressing is going to be underneath. My leg is totally straight. The toe is pointing towards me to support, and the other leg is going to press on the hamstring. Quite strong. 1, really, really strong. Now we go to the middle. We press quite strong. And the end. 1, 2, 3. We go back to 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3 to 1. This toe is going to go back, and we just walk, 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 walk on the hamstring. Now we're going to sit on our knees, placing the foot inside the bit. So now it's 45 degrees, leaning the knee up. And we're going to place the knees on the foot. Interlace your hands like that. We're going to use the heel of the hands, not on the knee, slide down a bit. And you squeeze, and while you're squeezing, you make a circle while you're squeezing. So it's quite sensitive, very annoying. And to the middle for your partner. But don't worry, you know how it feels, right? 3. We go back to the middle. And 2. So this can be sensitive. So when you feel it, you just can breathe out. That helps. So we're going to work with the thumbs. So you place the thumbs on the same part that we're just doing with the heels, and then you just lean in with the thumbs. It can be very sensitive, but breathe out when you feel the squeeze. And then 3, back to 2, and 1. Then we just relax the side of the leg. Now we're gonna work on the calf muscle. So we hook our hands like that. The more you hook, the more heavy it is for your partner. So we start near the knee on the calf muscle on the top, and then we just lean back and we hook the fingers together. And then 2 in the middle, hook, lean back, and 3 down on the Achilles, and then 2 back in the middle, lean back, and 1 underneath the knee. Now we interlace the hands again, so like that. And then we just squeeze the heel of the hands together so we have the calf in between, and we go forward. While squeezing, we go to the middle, squeeze and go forward. And then the end, squeeze, go forward. Now we go back to the middle and the beginning. And then we just freestyle relax the calf. Now we place the knee forward, place the foot into the hip, the foot next to the hip of your partner, my hand on the knee, and this other hand is going to be in the middle of the straight leg, just on the upper leg, only 10%, 90 forward, 1, and go back, 2, so my left hand on the straight leg is just 10%, yeah, 90 forward, and 3, 1, 2, 3 only. Now the hand that's on the knee is going to move towards the hamstring. The hand that was on the straight leg is going to cup the heel like this. You cannot see very well, but I'm doing this on the heel. Now you press towards the sternum. The knee goes in the middle of the press, towards the sternum, and you try to straighten the leg towards the opposite shoulder. 1. And we repeat, 50-50. Press and try to stretch. And 3. Press and try to stretch. Now my knee goes down, other knee goes up. We're going to stretch Achilles, hand on the knee so the leg will not go over straight. Now the foot is on my leg, but you cannot see that, so I'm just showing you. Here's the foot, and I'm going to place my hand like that, the big toe under the forearm. Yeah, so this hand 10%, the big toe under the forearm. I'm just leaning in. 1 and 2 and 3, so 90% is on my forearm. Now place the knee to the chest and the foot to the butt. My knee down, other knee up. 1, 2, and 3. Now we straighten the leg, and the hand on the knee is doing tuk tuk tuk. And we do everything on the other leg. So you place the sole of the foot next to the knee. We place ourselves on this side. Now my belly is above the knee, hands in butterfly position, and we're going to press on the upper leg. The leg that is open in the middle. With all your body weight, just lean in. 3, and we go back to 2, and we go back to 1, 1, 2, 3 to 1. And now we place the leg open, so now the knee is 90 degrees. We're going to sit next to the straight leg. My outside leg is going to press in the corner of the knee. My inside is just here to support the straight leg. Both hands on the feet. And you've just placed your foot forward. So I am straightening my leg with my left knee. And we go back. And 2, the aim is to try to place the knee towards the armpit, opening the groin. And 3, 1, 2, 3 only. Now the foot that is being pressing is going to be underneath the leg. The toes are going to look at me, and the inside foot is going to press on the hamstring very strong. 1, 2 in the middle of the hamstring, and press really, really strong. It's like you want to place your foot towards the bone. And then 3, we go back to 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now we place the feet back again, and we walk with the feet up and down. Now we place the foot inward. You sit on the knees, Place the knee up and then our knees on top of the foot. Hands interlaced. Place your hand above the knee. We squeeze and we make a circle. Middle squeeze and make a circle. The end squeeze and make a circle. Go back to middle and the beginning. Now we do the same with the thumbs. Keep the hands interlaced. We press and we go to the middle. We press the thumbs towards each other. Quite strong. And 3. Go back to 2. And 1. Now we just relax the leg. We're going to work on the calf. So we have to place the hand cup like that. The more you cup, heavier it is. We start under the knee on the calf at the top. Lean back 1. We go to the middle. Lean back 2. We go to on the Achilles tendon. We go back to 2. And 1. Now, in the same spots, we're just going to work with the heel of the hand. So we interlace the hands under the knee, squeeze and go forward while you are squeezing. Go to the middle, squeeze, go forward and below. And we go back to the middle, squeeze, 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 go forward and just under the knee. Now, freestyle, we just relax the leg. Now, my hand, left hand is on the knee, placing the knee up, placing the foot in my groin. And this leg is really touching on the other side, the hip. Now, foot in the groin, hand on the knee, other hand on the straight leg. This is only 10%. And now we go forward, 90. And go back. 2. And back. And 3. And back. So we try to increase the flexibility of our partner. This hand on the knee goes to the hamstring. This hand is going to be on the feet. And cupping the foot, yeah? So now you press with the hand on the hamstring forward, so the knee is in between the breast on the sternum, and then try to stretch the foot forward. And 2. So we try to stretch the foot towards the opposite shoulder. And 3. 1, 2, 3 only. Now we go knee down, other knee up. Try to straighten the leg with one hand underneath so you don't overstretch the knee, never. We hold the heel and the big toe is under the forearm. Yeah? My other hand is just in the middle. And you lean in 90%. 1. 10% is only here. 2. And 3 times. So it's not about putting the leg up. It's about just pressing on the toe. Now, we place the knee to the chest and the foot to the butt. Knee down, other knee up. 50-50, knee to chest, foot to butt. 1, 2, and 3. Now, place one hand under the knee to not overstretch the leg when you straighten it, and underneath the knee I do this. Chuk, chuk, chuk. And now we turn to the belly. PTO, please turn over. So we're going to sit in between the ankles again. And now we're going to palm press on the soles of the feet. Just only pressing down. No rocking motion here. After that, we're going to work on the calf. 1, 1. 2 in the middle. 2 in the middle. The end. And we skip the knee. We get up with our body. We never want to press on the back of the knee, so be careful. Keep a big space. And we go up. And then down again in 3 steps. Skipping the knee, of course. Walking down on the calf. Pressure towards the mat. And then we are going to be ready to work with the thumbs. So again, not with the tip, but here with the ball of the thumbs. Try to find Achilles tendon. You press on there. Just press, and now you make an imaginary line towards the sitting bone on the middle of the calf. So you go all the way up, press down, lean in. I'm doing with my thumbs. So I'm leaning in, thumb, follow thumb. Now, don't press the back of the knee. Make a big step. So you're now on the hamstring. In the meantime, we get up with our body weight. And then we just lean in, all the way up, until we reach the sitting bone. When we reach the sitting bone, we go down again. We go down again. And again, we never want to press on the knee. So we skip the knee, big step. We walk down on the calf muscle all the way down until you reach the Achilles tendon. Now we press again with the palms up in 3 steps on the calf muscle. Again, we never press on the back of the knee, so we skip, we go only up this time, 3 steps on the hamstring. Now, going to change our position, 1 knee here, 1 knee there. Now we're going to work on the spine. Not on the spine, next to the spine. 1 hand one side, 1 hand on the other side, and you lean in. Just a bit higher for 2, lean in. A little bit higher underneath the scapula for 3. And number 4, never press on the spine, so you leave a little bit of space, is on the scapula itself. And then we go back for 2, and back, and back, and back. Now we're going to do the same, but then with the thumbs. So you press 1 thumb on one side, 1 thumb on the other side, you lean in, 1 and 2. You just go all the way up. So I am keeping 1 centimeter in between my thumbs because I never want to press on the spine. The pressure is just down towards the mat. So you press your fingers quite close towards the spine, but not on the spine, not on the vertebrae. I'm moving my body as well because I want to have my shoulders above my wrist to protect myself. My partner is making really nice noises. I think he is enjoying.
I need this.
He has been working the whole day teaching massage. And now we do the thumb walking down, thumb walking down, thumb walking down, all the way down. Now we're going to have my hands in butterfly again. We don't want to press on the spine. And then we place our feet in between our partner. And then we place the knees here. And then the feet up. Yeah? And then we just palm press walking up. Palm press walking up. Again, don't press on the spine. And oh, I wanted to say, place the partner hand down. But he did that already. That's very good. Wow. So in 3 steps, we walk on the upper arm. We never want to press on the elbow. So we skip the elbow. We press on the lower part of the arm. The forearm on the wrist. And then I really love this always to stretch the hands. Now we place the feet down again. And now we hold each other's wrist and we go up with our body. 1. And slowly down. Again, go up and now we pull one side. We pull the other side. We pull 1 time in the middle. And back down. Bend the arms a bit. Place the hands again on the hand. Place the feet up if you don't fall. And then we walk over the lower arm, skipping the elbow, walking on the upper arm, going over the scapula, down next to the spine, all the way down, 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 until you reach the waist. You skip yourself up, yeah? And then you walk down over the leg, 3 steps, skipping the knees, the back of the knee. We don't press on the back of the knee. And then we walk on the feet. And the last thing on the feet we do now is that we place our hand into a fist and we just walk with the fist on the soles of the feet. And after that, we ask our partner to turn to the back again. Now we're going to place the legs up. Be careful of your own back. And then we bend the legs, place the hand and the legs into lotus position, always underneath your knees, and then we hold each other's wrist. How did he know that? How did he know that? Well, this is week number 10, so it goes automatic. So we go up, and when you're up, you bend your knees a bit, and then you place your partner straight. Okay, I think I'm losing my pens. 1 second. Okay, I'm almost losing my pens. So now you put your partner up straight and then we place the fingers behind next to the neck. So you press down 1, a little bit wider. I'm doing 2 sides at the same time and then 3 a little bit wider. So we never want to press here on the shoulder. Yeah, so we only press here. We go back to 2 and 1. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. So we do 4 fingers from the collarbone. So you start near the crease of the neck. I'm pressing 2 sides of the neck. Yeah, you cannot see, but I'm doing 2. A little bit wider, and then just a little bit wider. We go back to 2, and 1. And then again, we palm press 1, 2, 3, go back to 2, and 1, and then we are kneading the trapezius muscle. Always very nice to really take out those knots that you maybe feel. I don't know if you hear it, but you hear when I do this. That's nice feeling. Or not so nice, but then it's therapeutic. Now we place the head down. We're going to work near the vertebrae. So not here, but near the vertebrae. Hands like that. So we're going to work with the thumbs. So we start near the C7, this bump here. And you press near the vertebrae, thumbs together, pressing towards the vertebrae. Going all the way up. Don't press the head down. Leave the head as is. And then go all the way up to the skull. Then we go down, down, down. And then we go up again. Press 2 thumbs towards each other with care, with love. And then you reach the skull, we place the head up. And you do the shampoo just like you want to give shampoo to your own hair, you do to your partner. It's always super nice. And then we're going to chop. So we place the hands like that, and the wrist is free. The fingers are relaxed. We chop with the pinky fingers and not with the side of the hand. So we're pressing out, in, down, in between the shoulder and the spine. Other side, out, in, next to the shoulder and the spine. Only halfway, we don't want to do on the kidneys. Then we do brush in and out on both sides at the same time. And at the end we do Na'a, Nawa, Roka, Payati, Finasanti, which means I hope my client feels better than before. Kapkunka. So I feel much better. I think if you rewind this video, you could see that I was not very well. I was very dizzy. I didn't feel like giving the massage today because I didn't feel good. I was dizzy and nauseous. But now I feel much better.
Yeah. You need to feel by yourself. So I never feel like to give, but during the process of giving and receiving, we are ready. We become ready, and then we always think after, oh, why we don't do more often, no? Yeah, this happened to all of us, and we just need to do it.
Yeah, but we do every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
So, if you want to do it, you can come back at next Sunday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
just on time.
1 hour, still 5 minutes.
Still 5 minutes. So, yes. Yeah.
Well.
I don't know what to say. I just want to relax. We had a really tough week. We had a funeral yesterday, so I really needed massage, and now I feel much better.
Thank you very much. I also feel better.
Nice, no? To give your partner a better health and to give a massage, you feel
challenge is
better.
That after more than 15 years together, that we still give massage each other, no? Every week.
Yeah. The rest is private. Bye.
The rest is private. The challenge is out there, no?
Yeah. So I hope you do again also next week with us. So thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Sawadee ka.